All right, so let's talk about this, man. This is interesting.
Oh shit! No,
We're gonna talk about. I wish Wyatt was here. I messaged him. Let's see if he gets on. But we're gonna talk about Rebel Moon because Rebel Moon is very interesting. What's going on with Rebel Moon? Man. Rebel Moon. It's a little sus. This is a little sus. Now
this is very fucking sus.
Yeah,
somebody don't like Zaki.
Oh, dude, this has had me fuming since last night.
I'm gonna be very clear. I'm not a Zack Snyder fucking chill or super. I know a lot of people who are. I don't care about that, bro. What I care about is if you read the reviews about this movie. If you read the reviews about it, it is very clear that this shit is targeted simply because it's Zack Snyder, you know, and from the same establishment that swears that we review bomb everything, right? Like they swear that that's what's happened. These motherfuckers are review bombing Zack Snyder right now.
Well, this is what I said.
They're not even hiding it.
He's being review bombed by the critics. Yeah,
they're openly calling Snyder fans cultists. They're openly calling Snyder fans
in the
terrorists. They aren't even in the reviews themselves. They are not fucking hiding the fact that they are intentionally trying to trash this movie. Whether the movie's good or not, I don't know. I'm waiting for Netflix to watch it because I am a Snyder fan. But this is literally review bombing by fucking definition.
Right. Yeah, it is. But what I said on my show yesterday was that I believe that we all know that there's these companies participate in coordinating social media bot accounts and all type of things. We know they do it in the hip hop industry. They talk about it all the time where you got artists when they're signed, all of a sudden they're the biggest artists on YouTube and they got all these streams, and when they're no longer signed, all of a sudden their fans disappear. That's because they're paying for these views. Well, when I go and look at this, I wouldn't be surprised if Disney is up to some shenanigans, because if I'm not mistaken, Rebel Moon was at one point supposed to be a Star Wars film.
Yes.
It
was a Star Wars
that was before Disney bought it, though. They
wanted to pitch it to George Lucas, right?
So
they had plans actually.
What would it look like if because I mean it does have some Star Wars looking themes to it, right? How would it fucking look for them if they was to do if he was to do a better Star Wars movie than Disney could? I wouldn't be surprised.
That's one of the reasons they're afraid of it.
Well, that could be bad.
But it's funny because I hear in the UK it came out last week, right? It came out last Friday.
Exclusively on the UK, and on the 22nd it will come out for everybody else.
Yeah, North
in the
America,
US at least. Yeah, so on Netflix.
I was hearing a lot of positive reviews coming from the UK, and then when it comes to North Americans, you're seeing all the hate, and you're seeing everything that you normally would see with Zack Snyder, which is typical. He's a horrible writer. He's bad at dialogue.
Shut your damn mouth, Jay.
He is. He's a terrible writer, dude. I don't know what it is with the Snyder name, because Snyders just don't know how to.
Snyder's a very good visual director, but he absolutely sucks
exactly.
The name itself
he should be a director of photography.
His choreography is really good. He can do some cool action sequences, but his writing and his dialogue is just is terrible.
Do you think Disney is taking part in attacking this movie?
Probably
absolutely.
Because look at this review here, where it says, if you have to choose one film where the protagonist visit a cantina full of shady aliens and hire a scoundrel pilot to ferry them across the galaxy in a rickety smuggling vessel, Star Wars handled this material much better more than 45 years ago.
What did I just
Star
say?
Wars took that from Westerns.
Does that sound like a Disney show to you?
It does. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like
it is a Disney show.
I was looking through this before the stream just because I wanted to get an idea. And bro, like the reviews are so obviously either paid for by Disney, right, or they're just anti Zack Snyder people. Which again, like Leon said, this is 100% the definition of review bombing. This is the same thing that they complain about when we supposedly do it, right? Like when they get the 1 stars and the 2 stars, but they get comments that are as long. This is literally the same thing. This is the same exact thing, but it's okay for them to do it because it's the establishment, right? It's verified.
I do want to mention one thing. I did put the link to the IMDb site. The rating there seems to be more balanced than on Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic. Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic,
bro.
Well, I'm saying Rotten Tomatoes and the Metacritic website, both of them, their ratings are exactly the same, but IMDb surprisingly is pretty well balanced, which surprises me. Which means that they don't bother with IMDb.
The Lamplight review, this one right here, the Lamplight review gave Rings of Power a 4 out of 5. I just fucking checked.
Fuck you!
Gave Rings of Power a 4 out of 5.
Fucking
These motherfuckers. So, and this is why I said, because for anyone that wants more info on this, depending on how long we stay on it, hit up my channel afterwards, because this is literally what I covered today. This
disgusting.
Fucking Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny is certified fresh at 69%. Literally the worst movie of 2023. God. Say what you want about the Marvels. Nah, I will watch the Marvels over Indiana Jones 5 any day. That movie is a certified fresh film from these same reviewers that are calling this a 20. I'm not saying the movie's good. I don't know. But when the audience is giving it a solid 73%, that means these Snyder cultists, as you call them, it's not like they're positive review bombing the movie. They're being honest. 73% is fair, I would imagine. Depending on
I don't know. When I reviewed it, I mean, when I was looking at them, I looked at the comments. I mean, the reviews on both ends. I looked at some of those positive reviews and the audience score. It was at 88% when I was looking at it. That shit dropped. That shit dropped.
Yeah, exactly. It dropped. It's not staying the same. It dropped. People are coming in with multiple different opinions.
But some of them positive reviews look like bot reviews as well. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix was like, "Oh hell no, this ain't finna flop like this after all this money we spent." They probably. I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix was on some shenanigans too.
Hey, Netflix, bro. You know what? How bad Netflix is doing? Like they're hoping Rebel Moon gives them some clout, and the only TV series they got up their sleeves that they're banking everything on is now Witcher. After the Shadow and Bones one got canceled by them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine the irony.
I am not kidding. They are depending on that shit. They think it's their lifeline.
No.
Let me review. Let me read their closing thoughts on Halo. Hold on. Here's their closing thoughts on Halo. With gorgeous production design, impressive visuals, and thrilling action, not to mention a solid cast and healthy respect for its roots as one of the most successful video game franchises in history, Halo is off to a very auspicious beginning. These motherfuckers are saying Halo is good, but they're trashing this movie. Okay, let me get back to what Dragon fucking review bombing.
Let me get back to what Dragon is saying. Dragon,
don't anger the trans. Don't anger the trans.
The trans, good.
No, I was gonna say that's cap. Netflix has more up their sleeve than The Witcher.
No, I'm talking in TV series right now, like in TV series, not like in everything overall. Like in the TV series category for now, the only thing that they are pinning everything on in terms of like high budget production on like famous IPs or whatnot that could give potential high interest. Yeah, they don't count that. Sure, it might be successful now. Okay, it might be successful now, but that's what they're pinning their hopes on. I hope they change their minds, but that's what they're pinning their hopes on.
But my question is, why would you say that they don't like? Why would One Piece not count?
Because at the time the news article came out and they said those comments, One Piece had not yet come out. It could have changed. I wouldn't know right off the top of my head if they did change it or not. But if with shows like One Piece, they can do well in the first season, but then when the second season comes around, it could potentially fail. Again, I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying that is a possibility. There's been a lot of cases where a show has a great first season, but then all of a sudden when season 2 comes around, they get overconfident and then they spew the same old bullshit